who's into exopolitics. Good morning.
Good morning, Phil.
And author of a book with a very interesting title, Close Encounter of the ADHD Type. 10 out of 10 for that. I love the title.
Thank you.
Who'd have put those two together?
Well, there's a lot of controversy over just where ADHD comes from. People like Mary Rodwell, Dr. Richard Boylan, he's a PhD. There's a tremendous amount written on the fact that there is a sort of a extraterrestrial intervention which is pushing evolution along. And one of the consequences or the fallout is ADHD.
And other kinds of... sorry, you are? No, I'm kidding. and other similar things as well, of course. You know, attention disorders, etc.
This is what happens. I mean, every brain has an inhibitor.
Yeah.
Otherwise, every time you look out the window, you'd see more than you want to see. You wouldn't be able to focus. But the brain inhibitor tends to filter out everything else and just lets you concentrate on that which you wish to focus on. People who have had an interaction with an extraterrestrial have undergone a process whereby the inhibitor is slightly altered, and this paves the way for some kind of telepathic input of new sensory impulses.
It's like a safety device to stop us getting things that we just don't need to get.
Maybe so.
Is that basically the idea? Stuff that we just couldn't fathom, so therefore it's best that we don't try to.
That's right, to a certain extent, yes. But also your everyday life, you have so much white noise going on in the background. Your mind is full of distractions, and the only way one can focus is by having this inhibitor.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. So you're doing a talk about exopolitics, invisible residents. That's what we're going to come on to in a second. It's not until the second of next month. We'll give out the details in just a little while. Just tell us your hypothesis here. Give it to us.
All right. Well, there's great controversy as to where extraterrestrials come from. People are not really aware of the immediate environment. I mean, for example, we have places underground that nobody's ever looked. We don't know what's 100 feet below our feet. We don't actually know what is under the water. 78% of the Earth's surface is water. Then you have the spiritual medium. I mean, you hear of things like poltergeists. So there are many, many places for this kind of invisible resident to live. And the lecture I'll be giving will sort of give you an account of a gentleman from the 1960s, a prolific investigator called Ivan T. Sanderson, who himself was a zoologist, and he could tell the difference between a whale in the water and something called a USO, which is an underwater submergible object. We have UFOs, which are in the sky, and we have similar things in the water. And it's a very nice name, Invisible Resident.
Yeah, I like that. It stands to reason that it's such a massive topic, the we are not alone issue. I heard it explained very nicely on a documentary once that said, the universe is obviously so huge, but each planet, although at the moment people traditionally will think, oh, we're the only ones, which does sound a bit naive, frankly, each planet may come to fruition evolutionally at a different time, and it just so happens that this is our time. Is that fair or not?
Yes, it is fair. Exopolitics is a subject that studies key individuals, whistleblowers, institutions, and anything to do with, and their interactions with extraterrestrial affairs. Now, one of the things that has happened to us over the years is that we've been denied our evolution on this planet. This is a very, very important point. Ever since the crash at Roswell, there's been a tremendous clampdown on information, something called the media truth embargo. And this has actually impeded our evolution, our spiritual evolution. We should have been told everything about what happened at Roswell. We have not. In fact, just only some years back, further evidence has come to light over Roswell that is true. The gentleman called Lieutenant Hout, on his deathbed, handed over an affidavit, and in it he confirms it was all true. So yes, it is our time to evolve.
Well, it's all very well to say it's all true, but I mean, what sort of details did he go into that would have led convention? Because convention's very, critical of this.
This is a very interesting point as well, because when you look at the UFO situation today, people are expecting physical evidence. We call that quantitative evidence.
Yeah.
The problem with quantitative evidence, people say, where's the evidence? And the answer is, what have they done with it? So you can't really analyze this subject by using physical evidence because it's been tampered with. So you have to go to what we call qualitative evidence, where you look at whistleblowers, testimony, this kind of thing, people who were there. And what has happened is that the people who were there on their deathbeds have been confirming what everybody's been saying.
And they got nothing to lose by doing that, have they?
They've got nothing to lose, but nothing to gain. And they're letting the truth go, and the truth is coming out. There's no doubt about it.